Today I bring you, surprise, surprise, a chess problem, but also something else coming. A game that I played today on leechess.org, and I hope you enjoy it, but primarily I want to talk to you first about chess problems. Now, chess problems are, according to someone that I know, are a waste of time. Because why are they a waste of time? Because white has clearly a one position here, and the other thing is that because we've got the advent of computers and all that sort of stuff, we could just merely ask the computer what's the solution to this hard advanced chess problem from this book here. Okay, and I'll just oopsie I'll just find out what it says when this was made. And this is called four-way play from B.N. Lewis. Sorry, I do not know his first and second name. It says 4th Com Stratford Express 1949. Now, I want to talk to you about this problem, but I also want to let you know before you think, oh, I can't be bothered watching this, because the thing is with chess problems is that they're very good for you. I've actually just thought of another move just now, but I've been looking at this book and I've been looking at this problem in the book, trying to ascertain or find the answer, because sometimes the answer springs to light for me and all that sort of stuff, and sometimes, sadly, most cases it doesn't. And so I want to just share with you that yes, I could look at the back of the book and I could find the answer, no problem, but I'm cheating, and I'm cheating myself, aren't I? Really, I'm really cheating myself, because it's like my mother, bless her. She's a wonderful mother. She's still alive, and so that means that she's quite old. You know, like I'm quite old, and so she's even older. But it seems like she's getting away with it. But anyway, she's now 95 years old. Wow. And a lot of people just go, wow, you know, and that's what I do too. I go, wow. Now we can find checkmates here. If we can get our queen here, it's checkmate, isn't it? But the problem is, and that's one of my moves, is queen b5. And what can black do to thwart white playing? What is checkmate anyway? If the knight moves, then we have, if the knight moves, say here, okay, then we have, I think, queen a5 is not checkmate. And so anyway, and then I thought, well, what's wrong with that move? Is that all right? No, because white has to checkmate in two moves, and so that's the whole idea. So against the best defense. Now I was talking about my mother. She does crosswords. I go, wow, you're doing crosswords, mum. And I was just watching her the other day, and I go, oh no, and like, you know, I'm thinking, oh no. And other people I know do this too, and I think that they stuff it up for themselves. They don't accept the challenge, because what they do, bless them still, is what about bishop d4 check? We can do bishop d4 check if we've got three moves, and queen b3 checkmate if it's white's move, but it's not. So queen b5. So anyway, she's sitting there doing the crossword. I go, wow, she's doing the crossword. Dad used to like crosswords, but mum never ever did crosswords, but now she's doing them. Wow, that's pretty fantastic. And code crackers and all that sort of stuff. Oh no, it became aware. I became aware that my mother was actually at the same time. She was at the same time. She was at the same time looking at the back of the book or at the back of the newspaper, and go, oh no, mum, don't do it like that. But anyway, who cares? She's 95. She can do anything she likes. You know what I mean? So she's mum. Now, if queen b5, but I mean, I know other people that do this too, and they just go, oh, the answer's easy, look. And then they put it in the computer, or they work it out like Sudoku, code cracker, anything you can come up and think of. But anyway, this is not what I'm actually here for. But this problem is not what I'm actually here for. I'm here to show you a game that I played where I really sometimes just think I cannot play chess at all. I'm trying to look at the this position again, and if knight a3, then we have bishop d4 checkmate, don't we? Okay, is it checkmate, or am I missing something again? But where was I? Where was I? I'm here. I'm here. So queen b5. I'm just trying to get my bearings now. It's all very well us able to find the answer with a computer now, and I've spoken about it before, but I think it's very important. If you really intend to get better at chess, okay, then you need to do exercises. You need to work on it. And I was sitting there thinking, just today I played 4 games, only 4 games today on lead chess. I might have played 5 or 6, and no, I've only played 4 games today thus far. And the thing is about it is I sometimes honestly think I can't play chess. I just cannot play chess. I'm just ridiculous. Sometimes I just, like, I lost to a 1500 rated player. Maybe they are, but the thing is, maybe they're having help. I can't even say it. Maybe they're having help, but I have to be realistic. Maybe they're just really good. Maybe they're just coming up through the ranks. Maybe I'm just no good at chess, you know, and that's all there is to it anymore. If I was ever good at chess, which some people will argue that point with me, but I'm trying to say here that what am I trying to say? I'm seeing all these checkmates, but that's with queen b5 on the planet. They will say you can sorry, I'm losing my thread and I'm not going to do an outtake. The thing is with I have lost my thread, but I do not want to do an outtake. But that's part of doing this, and this will go to air. Okay, this will go on my channel that I have here for you, because I like it, and it's real, it's natural, it's not fabricated, or whatever I want to say. I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of my mental block, so please bear with me. Thank you. If it was white to move in this position, we can clearly see checkmates all over the place, like queen b3 checkmate, bishop d4 checkmate. And so if we don't have a correct attitude in chess, okay, this is what I'm kind of saying. If we don't have a correct attitude in chess, and we expect to always perform perfectly, let me say, perfectly, then we don't get anywhere. We just don't get anywhere. We just did I do? Yeah, I didn't do that. If we expect to perform every time in chess, then when we don't, we could just about feel like giving up. In case no one realizes, I've been at that point. Even on Facebook, I mentioned this. In 1981, I was playing in the New Zealand Junior, and that was in Auckland. I was playing in the New Zealand Junior, and I said on Facebook I actually felt like giving up because it wasn't about me, but I was in that tournament, 1981, and I think it was North Shore or something like that. I think it might not have been, and I was sitting there, not able to get it together, and that's the whole thing about this session here now. I wasn't able to get it together, and by the way, this is a very good move, because this thwarts White's checkmate straight away. Does it? Oh no, it doesn't. I thought it does. Doesn't, does it? Because this is checkmate. Maybe I've got the move. Maybe Queen B5 is the move, but I don't think it is. So this is a good problem to try to do. Most people would just say, well, you know, black just loses the bishop, you know, this sort of stuff, and you know, it's a one game for white. Of course it is. As long as we don't stalemate black, then it's a one game for white. I mean, even Queen C4 is, isn't it? Okay, it's a win for white. And so I'm saying here, is this almost checkmate anyway? Isn't it? So check, we've got to keep the checks up, because if we don't keep the checks up, now can the bishop just come back here, and it's checkmate, isn't it? Is that checkmate? I think it is. I know it is. I think it is. I think it's checkmate, and it doesn't say anything. So that's quite a good problem. So I'm working on that, and I'm not going to look at the problem in the background. So we can give up, and I was going to give up chess that year, 1981. I was going to give it up after round 3 or round 2 or something, because I played really badly. I played my first round game. I accidentally won for my opponent, who played very poorly against my as black. E4, E6, F4, E5. I played E6 and E5, and my opponent went FE5, and soon after lost, because I went Queen H4 check. Very easy for you to see that in your mind. So that's what this whole thing is about, is see it in your mind. So when we feel like giving up chess, that can be the time that we might play a very, very good game that we might even say we're actually proud of. Now, I'm not going to talk about how I went in that tournament, but I have already placed that on this YouTube chess channel, which you will be able to find if you wish to. But what I'm saying is that we can want to give up chess, and then, or I can, and then after that play a game like this. Okay, so here is this game that I feature for you, and I'm going to still work on this position in the book, because I've got my pen in the space for it. Okay, and just leave my mother to do the crosswords the way she sees fit, even if she has to find the words in the book. Why not? Who cares? She can do whatever she likes. If she wants to blow the house up, she can blow the house up. It doesn't matter. She's 95. I mean, goes without saying, doesn't it? Really? I quite like this position anyway. And so here we go. I'm going out of here. I'm going to exchange it for this featured game, okay? So if you bear with me, once I find my mouse. Here we go. This is the featured game. Now, my opponent, I don't know what country my opponent, Indonesia. Now, Indonesia, Richie Rich. Okay, National Master. He's gone up in rating, I think, 2473. So here he is here. I'm playing him, and this is this game. So here we go. This is a 3-minute game I played 1 hour ago. See, it says 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, over there. It's over there. It looks like it's over there, but it's over there. And here we've got even some analysis for you, for me. So E3. I'm quite excited, but also scared because excuse me, coffee. Excuse my coffee. I'm quite excited, but also, oh no, here we go. I've played really badly in this wee thing. I played 4 or 5 games. I don't want to show you because it's really embarrassing. I played 4 or 5 games, 4 I think, I'm not sure, and yeah, and just or maybe I played more actually, but I've blotted it out. But I lost about 3 or 4 games, and one of them was to a 15, let's say 55. It sounds better than 1500 player, and I don't actually know exactly what I did terribly wrong, but maybe it was just playing chess. Maybe it's other things that are going on for me. I don't know. I feel pretty good. So here we go. I've got this game, and so I'm thinking, oh no, I'm going to get beaten. This is a 24 50 player against me at the moment, 21-25. Ouch. So here's this game. It gives a question mark for my move. Now I threaten a course. Knight f6 check, and bishop b7. So black has to be careful for that sort of thing. Question mark. Knight d5 was best. Yeah, probably. And bishop e3 is a dubious move as well. And accuracy, but f5 was best. I was actually thinking of playing f5. Actually, it's quite... I'm not completely sure about f5 though. I know the computer likes it, but I'm not sure. It's maybe not a natural move to set anyway. Bishop e3. Okay, let's get on with this. a5, a3. These pawns, particularly these pawns, on the queen side, and this pawn on e5 coming up soon, make the whole game, you know, they sort of like, the whole game is focused around this in the endgame. I've done black a favour by playing bishop d5 and ending up with a bad white dark squared bishop against a good dark squared bishop for black. And these pawns, like as I'm saying, you can see they're all on dark squares, so it's not the best place for them, particularly with a dark squared bishop hanging around the board. And I've got some bad memories of that sort of thing where I was black. Black ended up crunching just in this example, grabbed this pawn when there was a pawn on b6, and I couldn't take back. It's pretty horrible. So bishop d5, e5. Now I play f5, and it doesn't tell me that I've played a bad move. Here we go. We're coming up to a dubious move for black. It doesn't look dubious. It looks quite natural. And now computer gives best is bishop g5, and bishop g5. What does it give? Bishop g5. Where did I get up to? Bishop g5. Queen g5, f6, queen f4, queen f4, rook f4, and this looks very, very even. Now, doesn't it? b4, ab4, ab4, rook f1, rook a8, oh wow, h4, rook a2, bishop g5 is best, and accuracy is bishop f4. So go back to bishop f4, okay? And so here, I was actually, no, I'm not, but I hoped maybe for, do they say give black the f5 pawn? No, they play h6 here. And then they got all that analysis. They go queen e2 now. My opponent does. Take that, and I offered, after this move, I played rook f2, and I offered my opponent a draw, which by playing rook f2 was refused. Just remember, his rating is 2450, and it's gone up since then. It's gone up to 2474 or 73, something like that. I can't quite remember. b4. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I have to take on b4, I think, with the a pawn. Hope that's correct. And it doesn't say anything wrong yet. a b4, g4, b3, g5, bishop e7. Now, it's your move. What do you think you should play now, or I should play now? What do you think? Can you find the computer's better move than the one I played? Oh, it's showing it, isn't it? Thanks, computer. Thanks. Okay, now I have to watch out for these sorts of things. Okay, I have to watch out for these sorts of things. And if pawn takes, then bomb, bomb, queen. So I have to watch those things the whole game. But my move, I hope you found my move, but what was my move? Everyone knows what sort of move I'm going to play is h4. Question mark. Thank you very much. f6. Question mark. The thing is about Stockfish 13, I think it is. Is it Stockfish 13 plus or whatever? Is it doesn't take any prisoners. It doesn't care about who is white, who is black. It just says it just will even tell Grandmaster off for certain moves. It even give him a blunder. Even when he wins, it still gives him a blunder. f6, I went king f3, king f7, king g4, g6. Okay, I don't know if I like g6, but turned out quite alright. fg6, hg6. Did black go berserk mode? No. Oh, yes. I forgot hg6. Black went berserk mode. But do I say, well, that's why I won, because I went berserk, he went berserk mode? I don't know. I'm not sure. But, and here we've got to be careful, because, I mean, I can't, it's like, if you're going to play berserk mode, then you have to realize that you might lose because you've got less time. So it's all relative. But if I lose, then it's probably fair enough because my opponent's so good. So I'm just rambling a bit here. hg6, just in a ramble mode. hg6, fg6, hg6, gf6, bishop f6, bishop d6. Now I think that this is bishop d6 is a blunder, yeah. And I thought that because guess what? My opponent can win here. So after bishop d6, what's the move that black can play? The thing is that, as I said, this pawn chain here is very, very weak. Now my opponent missed, and I'm sure you saw it, my opponent missed, he's got 19 seconds, 0.8 left. My opponent missed here, just bishop d4. And then after CD4, C3, and C3, and I can't stop the pawns. Can I stop the pawns? Let's go look at that. Okay, so bishop d6, and we got bishop d4. I'm sure the computer's right, isn't it? Duh. I can't get back, can I? So that's a lost game. So that was a blunder, and I got away with it. Bishop d6, and then we got bishop king e6, bishop c5. So I'm seeing what's going on here. I'm also looking at this collection of pieces. How do I do this? And this h4 pawn of mine. So I'm just looking at this sort of, I wonder if I can't do a ring round there, can I? But just I'm looking at these, just looking at trying to have opposition here for white. So I haven't given too many exercises, but that might be okay. I hope you don't mind too much. And bishop c5. Now I'm a little bit better or safer than I was before. Bishop d8. So I don't really want to play h5 because king f5 happens for black after, and then black just goes dung, dung, and it's all over, I think. Because this bishop will be able to, if this bishop goes back to a3 to defend the b2 pawn, as my king is out of range on h5 or contesting the opposition, then black will even be able to play moves like bishop e7, okay, and then if once the king is on c2, and then after bishop e7, just king b2 and king a2, b2. See, all we do in endgames is scheme a lot of the time. So that's sort of like is saying roughly what I'm doing, even though it's a blitz game. Bishop b6 does not now threaten bishop d4 because this bishop is locking it up. But my opponent played really well, and I'm very impressed. I forgot that he that Ricky Rich went berserk mode, so that's 1.5 minutes. So I go king g5, and I'm just wanting to I might meet bishop bishop d8 check now, but king f7 happened, and there's another blunder coming up. King f7, I went h5. Now I've got some bishop d8 is the best move here, as this is the best move. Ouch. I'm going to have to go here, aren't I? h5. Anyway, bishop c7. Blunder again. hg6. This is the tide is turned. The tide is turned. But anyway, king f5, bishop g3, and now my bishop is going to protect things. I can just play king e6 here, but I played bishop e7, bishop e1, bishop f6. And now it's just a race to who can win the pawns. King g8, king e6, see? Bishop c3. Now what do you do? Black's lost. No, white's lost. Oh no. What do we do now? Okay, we just go king takes. King takes. I'm lucky. King takes. Now my opponent went here, and I didn't even see it. I went king c4. So that's the end of this session, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's okay. I rambled a bit, but that's the nature of things, isn't it? 0.4, so my opponent lost on time, or lost the bishop. Okay, all the best with your chess, no matter where it's at. Primarily, try, even though I find it hard, enjoy. And at the end of the day, please remember the 5 respects, which are respect your opponent, respect your opponent's pawns and pieces, number 2. Number 3, respect yourself, respect your pawns and pieces, and 5, respect the game of chess. Thank you for watching. All the best. Bye for now. And I'm just looking down at my keyboard because I'm going away. Bye.